So you were shooting the tour of Utah yesterday?
Yeah, so I got sent out. I was at the top of Big Mountain, top of that King of the Mountain climb. And I got there like really early. I was setting it all up, lining up my shot. I was going to shoot with like the 600 down the road. Then when it got closer, I was going to switch off to something else. And then when it got closer, I was going to switch off to a wide. And then, you know, you're standing there for like a half hour before anything. You just keep thinking, you just keep thinking too much about it and reanalyzing and trying to second guess yourself. And so I ended up like setting the 600 on the ground, going to a 300 and, you know, just changing things up. And by the time the guy, and then people are like out on the road, like spectators are like getting in my shot. And like I had this sign lined up and people kept walking in front of it. And, you know, you only have a small window of a shot. And then the guy finally comes and there's like motorcycles, patrol cars, like you can hardly see the guy through the mess of motorcade. You know, the one leader who made it up ahead of everybody. And he comes up, none of my shots work. He's on the wrong side of the street. He's on the other side of the street, so I don't get my wide. And then, so he goes by, and I've got like a minute before the peloton. So I cross over, and the peloton comes up on the other side of the street. So like my wides were all ruined. But then I ran up to another shot and shot them looking down the hill and got some cool stuff. But you just can't even plan and prepare for anything. You know, it's never going to work out like you thought. But
What did they run? What photo did they run?
I don't know.
You didn't look at the paper today? Well, you're not the only person who probably didn't look at the paper today.
Okay, let's see what they used. Oh, and so you also end up like, so I was just doing like that was my only shot. And this is no way to get like the winners, to get faces, to get individuals. You're just going for like a scenic, you know? That's all you can do. So let's see what they used.
Oh, they tuck it in there.
Yeah, I'm back to page 7 now.
Uh-oh.
Page 9.
They run it? Oh, there you go.
Oh, and they used the one that I shouldn't have even sent in. And it's cropped.
And they're on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, so there's a peloton on the wrong side of the road. But look, they cropped. Like I had this guy, his whole wheel, they've cropped in. Oh, what a disaster.
Why didn't you climb up on the hillside? Because they would have been on the other side of the road then.
I checked out the hillside, but you didn't have my plan was, since I only had one shot, I'd go really long down the road. That'd give me one shot, and then as they got closer, another shot, and then right when they were at me, another shot. And when I got up on the hill, the trees blocked the long view. So if I was on the hill, I really only have one shot. And I was trying to get something tight, something far away, and then something wide, you know, to give myself more options. But that's bad.
Good thing they buried it. What page is that?
D10.
D10.
Yeah. That's funny when you go to all that work and then it's D10. See, that's why I don't look.
How much time did that take you to get that shot?
I got up there like 2 hours early because they were supposed to close the road and all that. So I got up there 2 hours early, sat and ate lunch in my car. Let's see. And that's a good 5 hour, 4.5 to 5 hour assignment.
Wow.
Yeah. And you were only shooting for like, 5 minutes of shoot time. Well, they were kind of spread out, so I had a few groups. So I was able to get some other shots in different angles, but if I didn't have a good backup plan, I wouldn't have been happy. But they didn't run any of the good ones anyway. They ran that was arguably my weakest photo that they used. So
wait, you're trying to say that wasn't artsy? That was actually just weak?
I mean, the guy. So in the photo, there's a guy with his phone taking a photo. His photo is probably more visually interesting than mine.
I'm sure. He probably Instagrammed it. It probably looks amazing.
Yeah.
Probably got some dramatic light.
So now I got to pull up what I did send.
Yeah, I want to see what you do. Today. I tell you, cycling racing is difficult. It really is, because you spend so much time standing in your spot and you just debate whether or not, is this the angle, is this the right spot, what lens, ooh, should I use a flash? There's so many variables, I think, the cycle racing, to photograph it, it happens so fast. It comes and they're gone.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're doing a flat stage. You know, you're in town, like in a flat stage. They go by you so fast that you better be ready. I mean, there's no thinking. They're coming at you at about 25, 30 miles an hour, and they're done.
Okay, so here's the one I was telling you about where, like, all the motorcycles and team cars. And,
I think that's better.
You know, it just shows how busy it is. And there's the guy, the King of the Mountains for yesterday. And then I sent in that. See, this was my original plan. It was kind of this sign and everything. It didn't really work.
If he wasn't on that side, though, that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
What? They didn't run that?
See, this is even better of the
Are
Peloton.
you kidding me? I mean, you had the yellow jersey in that one.
See, then they said go down. Oh, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't even looking at but going down, see,
That's
this is my
fun.
wide, you know, of the leader. And there's that
And
lame one.
that's the one they shot.
And they cropped it in, see? I mean, it just...
That's even cool.
So these ones looking down on that tight corner were cool. I kind of like this, you know, black and white. I think it would be better. And then this was kind of
That's really cool.
You know, why didn't you use this? They could have even cropped it if they had to.
I think, yeah, if you crop down a
Yeah.
little bit, that'd be real. I think you should do that, you know?
Crop it in.
Yeah, so you get that road and that road. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
So...
It would make it a lot better if they were just...
Right. And that's the thing, like, I had the tight shot with the Peloton as I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
That's with the 6. And then I'm getting other groups. This is the Peloton still, but I'm getting this other group. Now I've figured out the shot, but now I'm just getting the last
Tail end, yeah.
You know, so I don't have the massive
Yeah.
riders, and that's kind of how it goes. But
Well, this race isn't that big anyways. There's only about 123 guys racing right now. I mean, it's
Oh,
not like
right.
a Tour de France where you have 190 guys.
now, opening day, and I took shots of all the setup. I might blog about all the setup and how it worked and didn't work. There's my opening day shot in Ogden.
Yeah.
I was supposed to do the whole race, and then I ended up getting a second assignment, so I could only do the start. So I went about a block up. So I got kind of shot kind of wide so you could see where they were, and then I cropped in for a tight. I wish I had a long lens for that, but then they just came up the hill at us. But like down here, there was like this. You get those 2 motorcycles ruining everything. Well, 3 of them, and then this kid like. I was with 2 other photographers about a block up, and this other photographer, younger guy, walks out in the middle of the road right in front of our shot, and he's standing there just blocking everything. And one of the guys I'm with starts yelling, "Hey!" and waving his arm, like trying to get the guy out of the way. But the guy can't hear us anyway, but it's kind of like, dude, you're not, the guy's there. Like, and I kept looking behind me, and there's photographers behind me, so I'm in their shot. This guy's in mine. I just kind of, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but it was kind of like, dude, just accept the chaos.
Accept the chaos, and you know what? Photographers and older people just don't understand. These younger kids, they get it. That kid got it, man. That kid got in front of all you, got the photo, and bounced. You know, these young kids don't wait around. I mean, they're smarter than we were when we were their age.
Yeah.
They know what's going on.
And so this guy's like yelling. It's like, dude, he's getting the shot. We're not. You can't get him to move. You got no right to move the guy.
Hey, buddy.
He's on a public road. Oh, check this cool pan I did, though, at the prison.
How'd you do that pan? Who did you take the Fuji?
Yeah, we were doing a story on, like, aging inmates. So I got into this one dorm with, like, a ton of inmates and just did a pan all the way across. It was cool. So this is the weirdest day. I started my day in the state prison and then ended my shift at one of the nicest restaurants in Utah, eating dinner for assignment. It was so awesome. I was eating like foie gras and lamb, you know. But earlier in the day, I'm at the prison.
Crazy, both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Literally.
Did I show you that screenshot of Chicken Too Tasty?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, this is another one. I won't talk about that. I'll get in trouble. Here it is. So Justin Durant, NFL whatever player, he's tweeting about, so people not go and get the best chicken sandwich and lemonade on the planet because of a personal belief? Word. And then someone asks him, would you boycott Chick-fil-A if the owner came out and said slavery was a good idea? And he says, chicken too tasty.
Fact. Chicken too tasty. And he didn't even mention the waffle fries.
We got to see if Chicken Too Tasty is available. Chicken2tasty.com.
That should be our next podcast.
It's available. Chicken2tasty.com.
Purchase.
So,
we don't have much to talk about.
about the zine idea.
Yeah, but we can't talk about that though. I like the zine idea a lot. That's for future reference, fans.
Okay.
More information to come in the future. So you're gonna be photographing the race tomorrow?
It looks like I'm going out to Speed Week. The Salt Flats.
Man, I don't know what's worse. You photograph. How many times have you photographed Speed Week since you've been here?
You know, I've only been out there a couple times. 2 or 3. It's weird. There's just so many regular things. You can't get to them all. And Speed Week, it's kind of fun and crazy, but it's also kind of repetitive and hot.
It's fun for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you start hallucinating and sweating profusely, and you realize that you're just screwed for the next 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's really amusing, but, I mean, it is really tasking on the system, I think. The sun, the salt, the heat, just everything. It's really wild.
It's such a different environment to be thrown into. Yeah, it's kind of like sometimes you get assignments, you just kind of dread them, but you don't dare say anything. You just go and do it, but you're just kind of dreading them. I had one the other day. Oh, this is what happens to me all the time. Tell me if this happens to you. It was when the first day of the tour, I was supposed to be like on the route shooting, I think in a van, in like the photo van. So we would have got a bunch of different nice scenic locations, like up on top of different mountain passes and stuff. And then I ended up only being able to do the start, but they tell me like the day before, you're going to be on the van, you're going to be doing the tour of Utah for 4 hours. And so you start planning in your head, you start thinking about it. And it seems like every time you have notice like that and you think about it a lot and make plans, that it always changes. That's what always happens to me. Maybe this is just dull. We need some better material.
We do. Right, there's one episode. We need better material.
Man allegedly groped girl, attacked her mom, bit her brother's penis. Is that the ultimate?
That's the subheadline.
That's the ultimate subhead of all time.
Grope girl attacked her mom, bit her brother's penis. Like, that's not even an error either. That's legit.
That's out there. Where was this, I wonder? Oh, in Sandy.
Of course.
I like how they pretty much post the address. Like, that's pretty much the address. If I drive to that neighborhood,
You'll know where it is.
in an
It's so
hour I
stupid.
would see a 13-year-old girl walking out of the door, you know. Or a guy with bandages around his crotch.
I'd see the latter. LDS branch leader. That's even better.
Yeah,
I mean, it's everything you could imagine in one article.
it really is. It's just the headline of all time.
Only thing that's lacking is that you guys didn't have a photo from someone in the neighborhood that got a photo of the suspect or anything along that line.